And now it's time for Unhinged, Truthsocial posts, and personal commentary. Today is June 17th, 2025, and it's about 7:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let's go right into it. Well, would you look at that? They don't know how to space things properly. But for the first time in 4 years, we know who's running the country. Yeah, we do. Stephen Miller. Is it just me, or is this man consistently threatened by other men in leadership roles? It's just something. Jealousy, maybe? I don't know. Publicity-seeking President Emmanuel Macron of France mistakenly said that I left the G7 summit in Canada to go back to D.C. for work on a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Wrong. He has no idea why I'm now on my way to Washington. Bruh. But it certainly has nothing to do with a ceasefire. Much bigger than that. Okay. We know he has no interest in a ceasefire. He never has, even though he campaigned on no wars. But here we are. Also, it's not really out there to assume that another leader of a major nation would assume de-escalation is the goal and not escalation. Because, again, to take it from Capaldi's Doctor Who, once you fire that first shot, you don't know who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. If you've not ever watched Doctor Who, there are some poignant moments. I have not reached out to Iran for peace talks in any way, shape, or form. This is just more fake news. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. Would have saved a lot of lives. Wow. Okay. Wow. Look, I'm pacifist enough to think that nobody should have nuclear weapons. Nobody should have a weapon of mass destruction. But, what is the world we live in? Why do we continue to have such a casual disregard for human life? I don't know. Oh, look, this one's a lie. If I did put the National Guard into Los Angeles, the place would have burned down to the ground right now. No. What was it, like 4 blocks of the whole entire Los Angeles that had issues? But for the most part, it was completely peaceful, organized protest that is completely legal and our right to assemble in free speech. I'm just saying, he really also hates him. When I was talking about, threatened by other male leadership, right there. I just find this one funny because America first means many great things, including the fact that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. What does Iran have to do with America first? It doesn't. Make America great again, but we're talking about Iran and a nuclear weapon. What does it have to do with America first? Are we supposed to be focusing on America first? This just in, I have missed something. Why is he going after Tucker Carlson? What happened there? 'Cause I thought that was one of his lackeys. So, that's interesting. Buckle up, Buttercup, because this is going to be a long one. This is like 4 slides. Our nation's ICE officers have shown incredible strength, determination, and courage. They're covering their faces. F that shit. Largest mass deportation operation of illegal aliens in history? Okay. Let's see. They're subjected to violence, harassment, and even threats from the radical Democrat politicians. I'm pretty sure it's the people. I mean, the politicians are saying some are, but the people are out there chanting against them. The people. God, nothing will stop us from executing our mission and fulfilling our mandate to the American people. Okay, hold on. Mandate to the American people. I thought it was mandate from the American people. I thought the American people mandated this happen, not they are mandating it happen for American citizens. Words matter. Again, also emphasizing largest mass deportation program in history. This is not about the criminals, the illegal immigrant criminals that he kept spouting early on. This is a mass deportation of brown people. In order to achieve this, we must expand efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities, such as LA, Chicago, and New York, where millions upon millions reside. Again, they're not all illegal. We're getting a lot of people on different types of visas, whether it be student, work, and we also have green card holders and actual fucking citizens being detained. This is bull. This is absolute bull. These and other such cities are the core of the Democratic power center. This is dangerous. Literally, there is a two-party system in this country, and he's trying to eradicate one of the parties and centralize all the power basically into the Republican Party, which they have basically infiltrated and taken over. Because I know plenty of former Republicans that are now more independents that are like, this is not the Republican Party. I mean, I never agreed with most of what the Republican Party, but we could at least agree that they were not horrible human beings most of the time. Like, ooh. And I'm talking, this is back in the 90s and early 2000s, because I don't know what the hell has happened, but it's bad. Spouting more lies to further the destruction of, with the using aliens to expand their voter base, cheat in elections, not fucking happening. At least not on our side, the cheating, I'm just saying. And grow the welfare state. Get fucked, bro. Most of these immigrants work their asses off, robbing good paying jobs and benefits from hardworking American citizens. Bullshit. They're working the jobs that American citizens don't want to work. It's just, yeah, there's some nuance there, and it's a bigger issue, but still, they work their asses off. They're not welfare state. It's not happening. And he continues to go on about radical left Democrats. Bro, the Democrats are not radical left on the political spectrum. This bitch and so many don't know what the political spectrum is. Democrats are center of the spectrum. They're not even left. It's insane. They hate our country. No. We hate the current regime. And we have some issues elsewhere with a bit of the country, but still. And gotta throw in the men playing in women's sports. So dumb. This is just so dumb. I want our brave ICE officers to know that real Americans are cheering you on every day. Okay, sure. Who wrote this for him? Reverse the tide of mass destruction migration that has turned once idyllic towns into scenes of third world dystopia. What? Who wrote that for him? To ICE, FBI, DEA, ATF, and the Patriots at the Pentagon and at the State Department, you have my unwavering support. Ooh, now go get the job done. Great. I love he still signs it DJT instead of like Prez or some shit, or even just adding a P in front for President Donald Trump. I don't know. It's weird, but I prefer FDT. That's my favorite one for like all of us. FDT. That was a lot to unpack, and if you're brave enough, it's on Truth Social, and I think that was like just the last 12 hours for most of those posts. So, yeah. Unhinged. It's crazy that diplomatic relations are boiled down to Truth Social posts. It's just, no. Sorry that took such a long time, but there was just so much to go through. Until next time.